everybody, welcome to Mimi Sparkling Diamonds. Today we're going to be doing a WIP Chat, and I'm trying to get myself together here and make sure that everything is going, which it is. So you guys might recognize this section that I'm showing you right now. This is the same section as last week that I ended on. I got some diamond painting done while we were talking, but that was pretty much it. So we are starting from the same point we were at, which is literally right here by her foot, by her toes right here, which is hard to see in this picture, but we are literally right here in this section. I am working on Medusa from Crisabug, and this kit is 55.8 by 85.9, and it's Diamond Art Club, and it's square. So here's my cover binder. I have a little flower there. I'm gonna reload my pen with putty because I haven't diamond painted since I talked to you guys last Wednesday. And so before I get more into it, let me welcome everyone to Mimi Sparkling Diamonds. We're going to do a WIP Chat. So if you're new, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and Medusa is my work in progress right now. I actually have two works in progress, which I didn't make any progress on neither because I went out of town for work. I did, however, take my other project with me on my work trip, but it was very busy, and by the time I got back to the hotel, my husband and myself, we were both exhausted, and we just wanted to pretty much lay down and go to sleep. So it was a good trip, and I will get into that here in a minute. But again, if you're new, WIP stands for Work in Progress. And if you want to, you can grab something you're working on or diamond painting and work along beside me. Or alternatively, you can treat it like a podcast or whatever. If you're doing chores around the house and you just want to listen to me gab for a few minutes and everything, you're welcome to do that as well. But thank you so much for joining me. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I am going to talk about my subscribers a little bit here in a little bit on this WIP Chat. But thank you all so much for subscribing and returning to hear my WIP Chat. So there's several things that I want to cover today. First, we're going to talk a little bit about what I'm using for those of you that are new. And so first of all, we're going to talk about my tray. It's a Firefly tray. It's black and I love it. It's the Ignite. So that's that. It has this thing you can pull right here and let your diamonds out into your container. I'm using my Diamond Art Club Twist and Pick pen. It is the purple swirl, kind of glittery. This is a 6-placer, and this is my single placer, and you see the wax poking out. So I am using putty in my my multi-placer. My 6-placer, I'm using putty, which is Randa's Crafty Corner, which I'm fixing to place an order for some more. This scent is Caribbean Escape, and it is very nice. I've had this putty for a long time, and I still have a lot of it, but I'm going to go ahead and order some more while I'm thinking about it. In my single placer, I'm using the Diamond Art Club Heart Wax And so it's already loaded with it, but I had packed some to go with us to the show. I was in McAllen, Texas. If you guys are not familiar with Texas, that's almost to the border between almost to the very tip bottom of Texas. It's not Brownsville, but it's kind of up a little bit, and it's almost to the border of Mexico. So it's about 6 hours from where we're at here in the northern part of Houston. So that's where I went for the show. It was for my regular job. We sell handmade Damascus knives at my job. My boss, it's his family trade, and the company owns its own forge, and they hand make all the knives and everything. I've worked there for 8.5 years now. I do shipping and receiving. I am like the basically like the assistant office manager. I pretty much do everything that he does, with the exception of I'm not privy to the bank account for the company, which I'm good with. I don't need to be privy to that information. So, but a lot going on as far as my diamond painting. Well, not been a lot going on as far as my diamond painting. My personal life has been extremely busy, which has caused me not to have a lot of time for my diamond painting. So as far as diamond painting is concerned, you guys that have watched my other WIP chats know that I was I had made a promise in one of my prior videos that as soon as I reached 30 subscribers, I was going to give away a diamond painting. And then as soon as I reached 50 subscribers, I was going to give away a $25 gift card to Amazon and or Etsy. Not Etsy, Amazon or Diamond Art Club. We sell on Etsy at my job. Y'all know, see my work's on my mind. I'm going to give away a gift card, $25, to a lucky winner, to Amazon or Diamond Art Club, the winner's choice. Then, as my last WIP chat, I had 96 subscribers. Now I'm up to 106. So I said as soon as I reached 100 subscribers, which I am proudly up to 106, and I thank everybody for subscribing, everybody for sharing my channel with others. Please continue to do so. I am going to do other giveaways as time goes on. But next Wednesday, which is my normal WIP chat day, like today, next Wednesday on July 30th, I need everyone to use the word vacay, V-A-C-A, V-A-C-A, in a sentence, in a comment on the WIP chat before last week. So what date would that be? Because I do not have a calendar in here. And hold on one second. I'm going to go, Zoe, get down. I'm going to go take a look at the calendar. Hold on one sec and I'll be right back. Let me pause you guys real quick. Okay, we are back. It's going to be Wednesday the 9th that you guys need to go back and put this comment on this WIP chat. Not this week, not last week, but the week before. Wednesday the 9th is when I did the formal announcement of this contest and the rules. I laid out all the rules and how to enter and all that. But basically, what you need to do is go back to the WIP chat on Wednesday, July 9th, and comment in a full sentence the word vacate. Use the word vacate in a sentence. And I'm going to gather all the usernames that leave a comment on there, a sentence using the word vacate. I'm going to gather your username and I'm going to put it in an Excel spreadsheet. And then next week, on Tuesday evening, I'm going to have the spreadsheet pretty well done, but I'm going to give everyone till noon on the 30th, which is next Wednesday, to go back to July 9th's WIP Chat, use the word vacate in a sentence in the comments, use the word vacate in a sentence, full sentence, and then I'm going to put your name on the spreadsheet, and then we're going to draw the old-fashioned way. We're going to have 3 winners because I'm doing the winner for the free diamond painting, the winner for the $25 gift card, and the winner for the $50 gift card for Amazon or Diamond Art Club. It'll be the winner's choice. But what I'm going to do is cut all of everybody's username out, and I'm going to put it into a cup, a hat, or something. My husband has several hats, so that ain't going to be an issue. I also have, you know, several bowls and different things I can use. But we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. That way you guys know it's completely fair. It's not rigged. It's no wheel system or any of that. And I'm going to show you the name that I pull out. And that person will be responsible to email me and everything. And I will give the email, I will put my email down in the description box. And that way you guys can email me if you're the winner, and we'll go from there. And I'll get your address or whatever it is, information I need to get so that you can get your respective prize. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I really, really appreciate it, and it's been fun seeing everybody comment and all the comments y'all made on some of my other videos and everything like that. It's fun for me to get to share with you guys, like, you know, my diamond painting stash that I'm doing right now, where I'm unboxing my diamond painting stash. I'm really, really enjoying being able to share this, my love of this hobby, with everybody. And as you guys see, I'm not a perfect placer, but yeah, so you guys, if you're watching this, go back and do that, and then I will do the drawing on Wednesday's WIP Chat. That's what we're gonna do. And we'll have our regular, you know, WIP Chat time, but we'll do that too. So I'm gonna allot some time for us to be able to do that and enjoy it. So I really want to thank everybody again for subscribing. Again, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys do continue to share my channel with other people, and I'm so thankful for each of y'all that have decided to subscribe. I have a lot of other content that I want to share with you guys, and some fun stuff in regards to diamond painting. So one of the things excuse me, my throat's bothering me. My allergies are acting up. They've been acting up ever since I got back. one of the things I did want to share with you guys is I tend to do large diamond paintings. So I tend to like to have one WIP going. Right now I have two, but the second one I have going is smaller than this, and it is round. So I just haven't had a lot of time, which I will get into in a few minutes, to really diamond paint, and I have missed it. This weekend I will not probably be diamond painting much because my little grandson's coming over for the weekend, and so I'm going to be spending time with him. I typically do not have videos go up on the weekend. I do and have pre-recorded videos to go up, during the week. I do work full-time. For those of you who are new, I do work full-time, so I have to manage my time accordingly. I do have a 3-year-old grandson, and my daughter-in-law is currently pregnant with a little girl, so we're going to have a little granddaughter in October, and we are so excited. I've already bought some clothes, some little cute clothes. Even at the show, there was a lady next to us that was set up with some clothing and other things. She had like a boutique style booth, and she had some infant kind of Western trendy clothing. My daughter-in-law likes Highland cows, and she likes cows in general, but she likes Highland cows specifically. And I got the baby a little outfit with Highland cows on it, and then I got her another outfit with the black and white, kind of like dairy cows, I guess. I don't know the formal name of them. I'm not a cow expert, but anyway, so I was able to do that. But again, I wasn't able to diamond paint very much while I was gone on my work trip. I was gone, for those of you who don't know, I left on Thursday night. Me and my husband headed down 6 hours to McAllen. We didn't get there till about, I think it was 2:30 or 3 in the morning. We were both exhausted. We just checked in the hotel and went in and laid down. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, we were exhausted. So, we got there. We slept. We got up the next morning because we had to get set up, at the show and everything, get our spot and get set up. So it was sleep about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, and then we had to get right back up and get going to the venue. So we did that. We got set up and everything, and the show was Friday evening from 5 to 10, and then Saturday it went from 10 to 7, and then Sunday was 11 to 6. But you have to figure, Friday we had to go there in the morning and set up everything, get our booth set up and all that. Then Sunday, after the show was over at 6, we had to break down everything, get it packed back in the car and everything, and then head back. So we didn't get back till Monday morning. I think we got here about 2:30, and then we didn't really get in the bed till about 3, because while we were gone, and I kind of discussed this in my last WIP Chat, we live in a 2-bedroom ranch style house that is on Pyramid. And it's a rental. We rent, and it's fine. But our landlord, we had some issues with the flooring. And so our landlord had come over previously to all this and brought a contractor in and looked at the weak spots in the floor and this and that. Well, turns out that while we were out of town, they decided that they wanted to go ahead and replace the subfloor. Long story short. And it worked out because we were going to be out of town. They replaced all the subfloor except in the 2 bedrooms. So that worked perfect because we were able to move most of everything into this bedroom with the exception of the large furnishings like the 2 couches, well, the couch and the love seat, our coffee table, our entertainment center, all of that. We put that on moving pads and they were able to move it around as they worked. So they said that would be fine. But anything that was on the floor or anything that was smaller than a large piece of furniture had to be off the floor virtually. So that took up a lot of my time the week prior. Then I had to get ready to go on my work trip too. So all of this took place really fast. And so when we got home, that was the first time we saw our new floor laid down. And it is very nice. They did a great job and everything, but trying to get it coordinated and planned and all that stuff, it was a huge headache, and trying to get everything moved. So slowly this week, after I got home on Monday from work, I did go into work. I went in a little bit late, but I did go in. And because my boss rented me a car because he didn't want me to take my regular vehicle and put a bunch of miles on it. And so I had a rent car and we had to return it by noon. So I had to get up early enough to go into the shop, unload the car, all the knives and everything that we had for our setup, the tables, all that, and then get the car, back to the rental place and all that. So I was pretty much worked most of the day. I was only I think I went in an hour later than normal. And he was like, do you want to go ahead and go home, after we got back? And I'm like, no, I'm already here, and I can't do anything until Josh gets home, which my husband's name is Josh. And I said I can't do anything with the furniture because I can't lift it by myself. So I'll just work the rest of the day or whatever, and till we're ready to go, and then we'll go ahead and go, and then I'll have to wait for him anyway. So he was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. So I worked Monday because I couldn't do anything with my diamond painting stuff because this room was full of all of my stuff from my curio cabinet was on a table, and on the table next to me where I have my other diamond painting stuff and all that, some of it, and this whole table was covered with stuff. So I couldn't really access this at all, even if I wanted to, because it was just covered. And until we got the furniture where it needed to go, I couldn't move those things. And so that's why I just said, let me go ahead and work, which I'm glad I did, because we were able to get a little bit of stuff done that really, really needs to get done. So, other than that, though, the trip was good. Excuse me 1 second. Excuse me 1 second. sorry about that, guys. My mother called and I needed to take that. I normally put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I guess I did not do that today. But anyway, so today's my dad's birthday, and she was saying that there was a package delivered at her house and whatever. I've already been over there today. My parents are at their vacation house in Colorado, so I'm taking care of their mail and all that stuff. So she said tomorrow when you go over there, make sure you look in the mailbox because that's where they put it. I'm like, okay. So anyway, the trip was good. We had, it was a work trip, so it was work, but at the same time it was fun to go to a place I've never been in Texas, and the people were very nice, the local people. And we got to eat some very good Mexican food, and which is my favorite cuisine. And so what was interesting about their landscape down there is they have a lot of palm trees. That's their prominent tree down there. Now up here where we're at, we have a lot of pines. And so I just thought it was interesting how many palm trees they had down there. Now, we weren't too far from the coastline, but it was interesting to see that they didn't have like a lot of pine trees or anything. They had mainly palm trees. And to me, I would have thought it would have been hotter there than it is, here. Which, when I say it's hot here, when I got in my car to come home, to get ready to head to my mom's and then come home from work, it said 106. So that's how hot it is right now in Texas. And mind you that we have humidity that is very high, so that makes it feel worse. So it probably, if it was 106, it probably felt like, 110, 115. Which is absolutely absurd. But that's summer in Texas. So anyway, I was just shocked that it didn't feel hotter there. It felt cooler actually, and it didn't feel nearly as humid as it does here. But maybe it was just the weather that particular, over last weekend. But we had a good time. But needless to say, we were both exhausted each day after we got back, done with the show. By the time we got dinner, got showered and everything, we were just tired, and I just wanted to lay down, mainly. We started out with lack of sleep, and so I just mainly wanted to go to sleep and, try to sleep as much as I could. So I went ahead and did the show for my boss because his baby, his first child, was due today, and the baby has not come yet. So they had a doctor's appointment today, and they went, and they're giving her a week to decide if she wants to go ahead and be induced or what. Because they said if he doesn't come within a week, we're going to induce you by next Wednesday. So, or if he comes before that, then great. So, my boss is getting really anxious. He's going to be a new dad. And I told him, I'm like, hey, you're going to do great. He's a very nice person. He has pretty much been around his nieces and nephews, all their lives and everything. He's going to be a great dad. I have no doubt in that. So I told him, before, since the baby was due, I said, let me go ahead and do the show so you don't have to worry, about being 6 hours away. And so that's why I did the show, and I'm glad we did. And he thanked me, and he's compensated me, he compensated me for it and everything. But that wasn't the motivation for me to do it. The motivation was in case she went into labor early or anything. I didn't want, him to miss the birth of his first child, or any birth of any child. I mean, no parent should miss that. So that was what kept me busy over the weekend. And then when we got home, like I said, I went to work Monday, and then and when my husband got home Monday evening, we started arranging our house, getting it back in order. So we decided on a different arrangement for our furniture, and I'm still getting used to it. It was my husband's idea, but the jury's still out on it. Do I really like it? I mean, it's growing on me a little bit, but we'll see. But it's his house too, and what does it hurt to change something every now and then? Especially, your spouse is like, why don't we do this? Or, sometimes it's good to experiment, I guess, and let them have the satisfaction of knowing that you're considering their ideas and things like that. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm trying to get on board with it. It's not terrible, it's just not symmetrical, and I'm a very straight line kind of person. So when something is asymmetrical, it kind of bothers my spirit, but I'm going with it. Sometimes you have to compromise. So that's what we're doing right now, and I do like it being different, a different setup than what we had. We're gonna see how it works with our little grandson this weekend. I think it's gonna be fine. And so we'll see. But the cabinet that I was using to store my diamond paintings in is now his toy cabinet in our living room. And I'm in this room. I moved everything into this room whenever they said they were going to do the floors, because I had to, because I was previously in the dining area. And I don't know. My husband, I told him, I said, I'm just going to leave everything in there, and that way when Colt comes over, or a company comes over, which we don't have a ton of company come over. We have 3 cats. My mom's very allergic to cats. So my parents don't readily come over. If we visit with them, it's at their house because they don't have any pets. And and then my sisters, we usually go to their places. I don't know why that is necessarily, but we usually, if we're gonna have a get together, it's usually at my mom's or one of their houses or something like that. So I'm good with it. But so that's kept me busy trying to get our house back in order, because my little grandson's coming this weekend. It has to be, back in order and everything. So, And I did put up a couple of videos. Well, I put up a video yesterday because I realized I didn't have a video for Monday, and that just isn't gonna work. So I put up a video for yesterday, and I do apologize about that. I thought I had enough pre-recorded, but evidently with everything going on, I didn't have quite enough to be sufficient. So I typically try to have a video at least every day, but after I get done with this stash unboxing, I will always have a weekly WIP Chat unless there's something like goes awry or something. I'll always try to do it on Wednesday. Wednesday works for me the best. And then I want to have at least try to have a finish and review, you know, every time I get done. But like I said, I work on large pieces, so I'm trying to like alternate and work on a small piece alongside of a large piece, especially if it's square, because squares take me longer. And the fact that I work full time and all that, you know, I don't have a whole lot of time to dedicate to diamond painting. Maybe a couple hours a day at the most. But, you know, I'm married, and my husband, you know, I want to spend time with him in the evening a little bit before we have to go to bed. And then on the weekends, on Saturdays, he works. But this prior weekend, you know, we were gone on my work trip. And he's having to work on Mondays, which is his typical day off. He's worked both Mondays because we were on vacation for a week, over 10 days, about a couple weeks before we went on this trip. We were on vacation in Colorado, so he's been working straight through ever since. And so this coming Monday should be his first regular work week. So, but we've been incredibly busy, like I said, trying to get our house back in order and all that kind of stuff. And as you see, I'm looking for this symbol that I don't want to miss in here. This background area is very confetti heavy. I know I have y'all zoomed in around this area, but up above here, up above this section, there's like 3 different dark blues in these background colors, plus other colors along the way. So there's 939, there's 823, and there's 336. All of them are navy blue of some shade. So I'm fixing to pull these out and put them side by side. 939 almost looks black, but it's not. So let me put this light over here. Hopefully it won't glare. But you guys can see 336 is the brighter blue than these. But you guys can see that, right? I can't see my phone because y'all are up above. But anyway, that's all 3 background colors. And they're like confettied in. They're all mixed in. So it's been a challenge to do this background, which in the original artwork on the printing on this, it looks black, just solid black. It's not. It's navy blue, and it's all different shades. So it's been, I'm enjoying it. I like Greek mythology, and I think it's interesting. And I like Medusa. I like Krista Bugg's artwork. I like her art style. And I bought this when it released, and I really have enjoyed working on it. It's square, it just takes me a little bit, with my work and, making time for my family. We were on vacation and I didn't take any diamond paintings on vacation with me, which was good. I needed a break from my day-to-day. We had our grandson with us on vacation, and we just enjoyed visiting and playing games and just being unplugged. So I don't have any regrets about that. Diamond painting to me is more of a therapy for me than it is a job or a, let's hurry up and do this. This is a project, not a race for me. So, I missed those 336 right there. Oh well, I'll come back to them later. Anyways, so for upcoming, I'm still going to be continuing my video series on opening up my stash. We are well into the medium category, and I think I have like I have 3 more in the medium. No, I have 4 more in the medium category, and I'm going to unbox those. And then I have, in the large category, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 in the large category, what I consider large. So, this is, that's what I have coming for the unboxings. And then I have one that I've purchased since the DAC one, my DAC stash. So I will be showing you guys that. It's from Diamond Dots. I got it on sale, and it is cute. It's not a huge one either. So I've got to have my smaller ones in my hoard. But so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my unboxings. I'm going to continue that and get that series wrapped up. And then in the coming days. And then as far as anything else, I'm gonna have some finish and review videos go up. I have some more finishes that I've done, and I'm working on finishing those, trying to show those to you guys, not finish them, they're already finished. I have 3 more that are here, and I've got a couple of them that were given away, so I will have to show you guys pictures of those. One of them is a custom of my great nephew, and I need to ask my niece if I have permission to show that, because he is still a minor child, and I want to get her permission to show that. The picture that I would show you, he is a lot younger in that picture, but still, he's not my child, and it's a custom that I had done of him for my oldest sister, which is his grandma. So that's that. And then the other one that I want to show y'all is one of the first ones I ever did, and it was before I knew about licensing or any of that. I do believe it's a Shutterstock image, but I did it for my little sister. She had two black cats, fully black, and but one of them passed away a couple years ago now, and I had ordered this canvas for her when I learned that when I had ordered the custom for my oldest sister of my great nephew. So yeah, so because I gotta, if I'm gonna do one for one, and I've got to do one for the other, and my little sister doesn't have children. She has some issues with that, and her and my brother-in-law have just resigned to the fact that they're going to be the best and favorite great aunt and uncle, and they were the favorite aunt and uncle when my kids were growing up, and so, and now they're great aunt and uncle. So, and I'm good with it. I'm glad that my grandson and my great nephew love my baby sister and her husband. I've known my brother-in-law since we were in second grade. We went to church together, and that's where I met him. My little sister is 2 years younger than we are, and so we've known him and his family for years and years. So wonderful people, and he really, really, really loves and is attached to my grandson. And there's a backstory to all of it, but needless to say, it's caused us to be very close to my grandson, which I am so thankful for him. He is literally the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm excited to have a granddaughter in October. And so that's been that. So anyway, I'm sorry I got on a tangent. So I plan to try to finish this canvas as soon as I can. The next canvas I need to work on, as far as a bigger canvas. I do want to try to expand into other shops besides Diamond Art Club. I do have some Dreamer designs. I have some Diamond Dots. I have some Distracted by Diamonds, but those are going to be done in late January or February because they're kind of Valentine-y. I know that Drills and Chills is going to start in September. There is a Pause and Close or something like that event that's going to happen, I think, the 1st of August. I think the next canvas I'm going to do, I have a couple that have cats, and they're all licensed. I'm thinking about doing Cat Comforts by Christabug. But I also have a Manny Manzano one that has a cat. I have a Diamond Dots one that has a cat. I have a canvas that is a one from Jeremiah Kettner called Kitty Cats. And I think, and then I showed last night, I have the Sneaky Cat, but that's going to be a project. There's no way I could get that done in a month, not with my schedule. And as I was saying in my one of my videos yesterday when I was showing Sneaky Cat, I was talking about me and my mom. We have a side business, and we sell like boutique. We sell jewelry. We sell leather products like handbags, Western inspired. We do a lot of rodeo and stuff like that. Okay. But we have decided that we want to liquidate our inventory this year, and we're going to close it because it's a variety of reasons, but one of the main things is the sales have fallen off so bad that you have to pay a lot of money to go to these shows and sit. We don't have a store. Like I said, I work full time. So this has been a side thing for 10 years now. And I think sometimes everything has a season, and I think our season is done. And I think it's the right time to say, okay, our season is done with this, and we both have things that we want to do. Our family's dynamics are changing, and there's other people being born into our families and all kinds of different things. So our time, we want it to be dispersed in a different way. And doing the shows, as y'all could see over the weekend, takes a lot of time. Like a lot of your weekends are gone, and then you're right, like I'm right back to work. My mom's retired, but I'm right back to my regular job, which thank God my boss is understanding of my side business, and he always has been. I met him at a show that we were doing, and my husband and I met him there, and so he understands, about my side business, and he's always been understanding. But still, I have an obligation to my regular job. And so it's a lot of work, it's tiring, and then when you go and you pay to sit at a show and then it doesn't pay off good, it's very discouraging and disheartening, and you got to be making money. I mean, if you have a business of any kind, if you're not making any profit, you're just spinning your wheels and you're wasting your time. And none of us are guaranteed tomorrow or the next breath, for that matter. So how you spend your time, you've got to decide. Are you going to spend your time chasing money and that's all you're going to do? Or are you going to spend your time quality with your grandkids or your spouse, or doing what you love, your hobby, or whatever that is? I want to work to live. I want to actually live. I want to go on trips. I want to do things with my husband. And now that we're empty nesters and, all that stuff, I want to be able to do these things and plan these things. I want to have time for my hobbies like this, and I want to be able to live life. I don't want to live to work. I don't want to get up every day and say, oh, well, I'm not going to my regular job and I have to do this show, and then just chasing money. I mean, there's more to life than money. Believe me, I would love to win the lottery and not have to work. Okay, I've never heard anyone say, oh yeah, I'm glad to go to work today. I mean, I'm grateful for my job, don't get me wrong. It pays my bills and everything. And I've had this discussion with my boss, and he's actually subscribed to my channel, so it's highly likely that he's going to hear what I have to say. But I've already told him, and he knows how I feel. It's nothing against where I work or whatever. I mean, he's a great boss, and he's my friend outside of work. But the thing is, I've never heard someone get up and say, I want to go to work because I want to spend my time working my life away. Nobody says that. Okay? I like my job. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my job. But if I had the choice of being able to sleep in or do whatever I wanted to do and had the money to do it, then I think I'd choose choice B. You know. So that's my point, is that we've just reached a point where it's just the sales ain't there, you know, the profit's not there, and I don't want to spin my wheels. And so we are going to be, I've been booking shows for the fall season so that we can liquidate our inventory through the holiday season. You know, the best time to sell. And we're going to be running some good sales on our stuff and trying to, you know, recover a little bit of our money that we've spent and sell off of our inventory and our setup as well. So we have heavy grids that we deal with and everything like that. So we'll be happy to sell those to anyone that, you know, wants to buy them when we're done, you know, liquidating. So, but anyway, so like I say, in the fall and the winter, I'm gonna be very busy before Christmas, because that's the busiest time to, you know, if you have a small business, retail, you're selling a product, you want to sell at the holiday season. I mean, anyone that, you know, has a product that they sell like that, everyone knows that you need to sell at the holiday season when people are buying gifts and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be taking up quite a bit of my time this year, so, or this fall and winter. So I have decided that I'm going to do a smaller canvas for Drills and Chills this year. I love that event, and so I'm probably going to do that event. I do want to participate in the Claws and Paws. That's in August, so that's coming up. So I want to try to get as much done on this one as possible, because I want to be able to concentrate on the next canvas I'm going to do for that event. And then I would like to do, I am going to do Drills and Chills, but I'm going to do a smaller canvas this year. And then I have a backup canvas that's bigger if I have time to do it. But again, it's in the fall, and I'm going to probably be busy some of the weekends, not every weekend, but I will get my grandson at least once a month in those months for a weekend. I'm trying to make sure that he gets to come over to see Mimi and Haha and spend time with us, and we spend time with him, even though he lives about 45 minutes to an hour away. But and we'd go over there and visit with him too, but you know, I want to make sure that he's able to come to our house and spend some time with us and enjoy being with his grandparents. So, but I'm gonna do Drills and Chills, and then I would love to participate in the Jingle Drills if Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights, if she does that event. Again, I would like to participate in that one. And then that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the year. And then so I've got another canvas I'm working on. It's smaller, but it's rounds. And then if I do the Chrysabug canvas for the Paws and Claws, or Claws and Paws, whichever it's called, if I do that one's a round canvas too. That one's not square. So and it's not as big as this. And then I do have a smaller square canvas that also features a cat. But I think I need a round canvas in my life. But I am really, really proud of the fact that I have finished some projects this year that I didn't think I would get finished. And I haven't finished a ton this year, but I'm proud that I have finished some, and that next year should look different for me. So September. So I said I was going to do quarterly reviews because, again, like I said, I don't have finishes every week or anything like that because the canvases that I tend to work on are big. Now I do have some smaller canvases, and I will start working on some of those as well. But I worked on this one. I just really enjoy Chrisabug's art style, and this is one of my older canvases, and I had actually put this up in a small poll on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel, and I do have a Facebook group as well. And it's Mimi Sparkling Diamonds group page is the name of it on Facebook if you're interested. And then it's on Instagram, it's mimis.sparkling.diamonds, and that's how the name is listed on Instagram if you're interested. I do put up progress pictures on Instagram a lot and my Facebook group. So if you're interested, you can join those groups and see. I haven't posted in there lately, again, because I haven't been working on anything because I have been busy in my personal life. So I'm hoping things will start calming down and we'll get back to normal. And, I can get more on a consistent schedule of being able to diamond paint a couple hours a night at least. And then after that, if I can paint a couple hours a night, I can usually get at least this side section done. It depends on the confetti in it, but I can usually get it done. So, so what I'm going to do when I finish this section, I'm going to move here, which is this small section. There is a fly in here, and it is bothering the mess out of me. But I'm going to do this section here, and then I'm going to move over into this middle and do these sections, and then I'm going to work up to her face. Her face is going to be the last sections I do. So, yeah, I mean, if I can consistently work on this every day, it moves decently. I've been able to move at a decent pace. Nowhere near like what I would if it was not nearly as confetti heavy in the background as it is. I know it's hard for y'all to see it, but it is incredibly, oops, I missed those. Let me leave these in here. It is incredibly confetti heavy. So I think I've talked almost an hour. As far as what I've been reading and watching, I've really taken a pause on my audio book. I was reading the Court of Thorn and Roses series, or listening to it. I'm on the second book, but I've just paused on it. I've had a lot going on, As far as listening to, on our trip, we listened to a lot of Pandora. We built playlists of different genres of music and everything, so we just let that play and mixed up our stations on Pandora and all that, and that's what we've been listening to. As far as watching, we're watching a new series, which we kind of paused on it, but we're going to get back to it. A Wheel in Time, or The Wheel of Time, or something like that. I think it's on Amazon Prime, and it is a good series. We're in the first season of it, but it's got the fantasy elements going on. It's kind of set in the Renaissance period, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I really enjoy that time period. So we were watching that, me and my husband. This weekend we won't watch much of it because the baby will be here, but and I probably won't get any much diamond painting done. Tomorrow I should be able to get some diamond painting done tomorrow evening, and then Friday evening I will go after work and pick him up and come back home, and we'll just proceed with our evening and weekend after that. Sunday night I might, depending on what time we take him back, I might be able to paint for an hour or so, but it just depends on how things go. So we'll just play it by ear, but this is coming together. It's just taken me a little bit. Like I said, I've had some delay with my personal life and stuff like that. But I never want diamond painting to become an obligation for me, because then that's going to take away the joy out of it for me, and I don't want that. I want to put up content for my channel and everything, and I don't have an issue doing that. But I don't want it to become a job for me. That's not what I'm trying to do. But anyway, just as a reminder, you guys go ahead and make sure that you guys go back and watch July 9th's WIP Chat. Use the word vacay, V-A-C-A, in a full sentence in the comments, and before next Wednesday, and so I can put you in the drawing for the 3 drawings that I'm doing, the 3 prizes. So it's going to be a free diamond painting. It's going to be a $25 gift card to Amazon or Diamond Art Club, your choice, winner's choice. And then there's going to be a 3rd drawing where there is a $50 gift card drawing, and it's going to be for Amazon or DAC. It's going to be the winner's choice. So you guys, I again want to thank everybody for subscribing. Thank y'all for listening to me ramble on this week. I'm sorry that my WIP Chat has been crazy. I've just had a crazy week, a crazy couple weeks with my landlord springing on this floor thing, and then I had to go on my work trip and all that. It was just chaotic. So we're trying to put our life back together and put everything back together, but we're getting there. Also, you guys that have come from Diamond Grandma's channel, I'm sure y'all have seen her video where she said that her mom has passed away, and it just has really been on my mind today. She posted it yesterday. You guys, if you're a praying person, please pray for her and her family. I know they're really sad right now, and everything. They've lost one of their loved ones, but they are relieved that she's not suffering anymore, and it's a bittersweet. They know that she's in heaven with her husband, and that she is no longer hurting. So they're relieved about that, but they're still sad that she's gone from here. So if you're a praying person, please pray for her. Also, please keep in mind the people that have been affected by natural disasters around the world. Here in Texas, from the flooding a few weeks ago, also in North Carolina, and also in New Mexico, and whatever other natural disasters. I saw something about a tsunami warning in Alaska. So you guys, please pray for those people that are rebuilding their lives and trying to get back on track. Especially pray for the folks that have lost loved ones. That has to be incredibly difficult, to lose a child. So please pray for them. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers. You guys, thank you again for subscribing. If you're new and you've listened to me rant this whole time, thank you for listening to me rant. If you've made it to the end of my WIP Chat, which has been incredibly long, and I'm sorry, why don't we put in honor of Medusa, let's put a snake emoji. And I know there's one. Put a snake emoji, and let me know, have y'all done this canvas? Do y'all like this canvas? What are y'all planning to do for Jewels and Chills? Are you planning to participate in it? Are you planning to participate in the Paws and Claws event? Or are you planning to, what events are you planning to participate in the fall or coming up? And let me know. I always enjoy participating in events where I can, and it's a lot of fun being part of the diamond painting community. So thank y'all again. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed and shared my channel with others. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week moving on into the weekend, and you guys stay safe, stay weather aware, and please pray for those that I mentioned and anyone else that you think needs prayers. And you guys just keep diamond painting, and I will see y'all in next week's WIP Chat with the fun drawing. We're going to have a good time. So you guys stay safe. Leave me in the comments. And make sure, if you want to be part of the drawing, your name in the drawing, that you go back and look at that July 9th WIP Chat and leave a sentence with the word vacay. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.